What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at something which I actually ordered from TikTok Shop. This is the first thing I've ever ordered from TikTok Shop, and it is the Thanos necklace from Squid Game. And I got this because I thought it'd be big enough to fit Tic Tacs in, I could take it to work, I thought it'd be quite funny, and I have been wearing a lot more jewelry as of recently, especially with getting back into wearing my rings, and I've brought a couple of necklaces, and I've bought a couple more bracelets, which we have taken a look at on the channel over the couple of months passing, and you can open this up. It is connected by a little magnet there, which is here and here. Not enough room to fit much in, which is unfortunate, and it is held on by a little bit of a weak connection here, so the front end back does sometimes misalign, but it is connected to, obviously, the chain here, which does have a clasp at the back, which is standard for necklaces, so you can easily take it on and off. However, this loop is big enough to just fit over my head. Normally, I have quite a big head, but this chain is long enough to fit over. This is really well detailed with the snake pattern going up and through it with the little cross in the middle, and then the sort of stone or scale pattern that goes around the outside. Again, really well detailed, really well molded, really well sculpted. It's just the execution of the connection bit here and the hinge here. I feel like it could have been done a little bit better, maybe if the hinge was here and here as well, just adding 2 more hinges just to add some extra support to it, and just add some extra bit of just another connection, because this one is quite weak. I know it it is pretty solid and it will last, don't get me wrong. It just is slightly wiggly and does misalign it often, which is unfortunate, but it is a nice piece of jewelry which I will consider wearing more often than just for, obviously, Squid Game reasons, because it does look really nice. It doesn't serve any practical purpose. Again, you can't fit anything in here that I would normally eat. I expected to be able to fit Tic Tacs in here. I know I'd only be able to fit 3 or 4 in here, but it would have still been cool and quite funny, just to confuse a couple of people by popping this bad boy open and then taking out a Tic Tac. But I quite like it. This thing did only cost me £3 from TikTok Shop, with no charging fee for shipping. So again, it isn't the most expensive Thanos necklace, but I still think it is really cool. Again, his character was one of my favorites in Squid Game. I don't have the finger paint like I did. I did have the Thanos colors at some point. I did change it to black though. But this is still a pretty decent necklace, which you will see in a couple of TikTok fit checks and a couple of other TikToks in general. But this one, I thought it was pretty cool. I had to get it, especially with how cheap it was, and it was my first purchase on TikTok Shop, so I thought it'd be pretty interesting to sort of show it off here on YouTube and give a full over review on it, and just basically show you what cheap tat you can find in TikTok Shop. But this one did surprise me. It is actually made of metal, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there isn't too much else to go off with. Thanos is one of my favorite characters from Squid Game. So I had to get it because I like getting merch for characters that I like. I have the Time Bomb necklace, which we did take a look at a couple of months ago. So, I'm a fan of collecting items that people wear in shows and stuff like that. But there isn't too much else. It's just the Thanos necklace. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next one. Hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.